Hey everyone, my name is Sierra Jamerson. I am a singer, songwriter, and vocal coach. I've performed all over the world in Canada and the US and England and France and Spain and probably some other places I forgot. And I own my own vocal studio called Soul to Soul Singing. Over the course of 4 weeks, this will be our third week, we are learning how to sing. We're learning the basics of how to sing and develop your voice so you sound like your favorite singer that you hear on YouTube or Spotify or the radio or wherever you listen to music. So, our first week, we talked about breathing. And then last week, we talked about pitch and listening. And this week, we are going to talk about tone and resonance. Now, this is like the really important stuff if you want to sound like your favorite singer. You know, like if you want to sound like Billie Eilish or you want to sound like Madison Beer. So, first, tone. We talked a little bit about this last week. What is tone? It's the color. It's like if you think of your voice as like paint, it's how the colors and the textures all mix together to make different sounds that make us feel more creative and hopefully sound nice. So how to get different tones? Well, you have to learn how to control something called your resonance. So remember last week when I talked about how pitch is sound vibrations, it's sound frequency. So those sound waves are made right here inside your larynx. You might know it as your voice box. So in there you've got something called your vocal, well, most people call them vocal cords, but they're actually more kind of like shaped like the folds of an envelope. Vocal folds, that's what they actually are. So you've got these vocal folds, and when you're not talking or anything, you're just breathing, they're open. And then when you bring them together to talk or to sing, they close. And they will stretch out if you want to hit some notes, and they'll get very short and contract if you want to hit other notes. So the sound waves come from there, but then the sound waves travel all through your head, your forehead, your eyebrows, by your nose, everywhere you have bones. They travel to those places, the bones in your collarbones and your chest where your lungs are, and they bounce off of those bones and inside your body. You know, you've got all these tissues and liquids and stuff. The sound waves bounce off of all of that, and that's what makes different tones. So you can direct the sound waves into different parts of your body. And you really got to imagine this because I can't just like cut myself open and show you. Uh, so go with me here, okay? The lower the pitch or the note, the lower it resonates. You feel the vibration in your body. So put your hand right here, and we're going to sing this low note. I feel like a little buzz here in my chest. That's very low. Now, what about a high note? Well, the higher the note, the higher it's going to resonate in your body too. So you'll feel like if you sing like a crazy high note, you feel like a thing behind your eyebrows. I feel a lot of it like in my cheekbones and really around my nose where your sinuses are. If you plug your nose, you get a very different tone. And they also like bounce off here. They bounce off the roof of your mouth. You've got sound there. They bounce off the muscles in your jaw. If I sing a note and my jaw is relaxed, okay. What if I sing that same note and my jaw is flexed? Totally different tones. So a high note, you're going to feel it high in your body. So what I want you to do is, if you have glasses, this might be a little tricky. I want you to hold your fingers by your nose here or pinch it like this, and I want you to sing a high note. Let's do a super high note. And I want you to go, and sing it really nasally. See if you can feel that little buzz there. I feel a big buzz there. So, these places in your body and where they resonate is also connected to something called registers. So registers are like the sections of your voice. You've got your chest register where you feel those low notes vibrating in your chest. And eventually you stop feeling it down there. And so then that's like your low to middle, your talking voice. That's like your chest register. Then next, you have something called your mixed register, and that's the in-between part. And so these are notes that feel kind of not really high and not really low. They're called, well, a lot of music is Italian. Uh, so I always like to say this in my Mario accent. It's called your passaggio, which is Italian for passage, right? It's this middle part. La. I'm starting to get high, but I'm not too high. La, la, la. That is my passaggio. Your mixed voice is in the passaggio. So it's called mixed because it's mixing the feeling of your chest voice and mixing the feeling of the next register, your head voice. So your head voice is when you feel all these buzzies in your head. You can, if you buzz using lip buzz, you can hit some pretty high notes in your head voice. And so on and so forth. So then we're in our head voice. Remember to pause in the video if you want and stop, try anything out, experiment with it, try things out at your own pace, take your time. So now we've got all of these registers and we're resonating. We want to make our voice sound brighter. If we want a bright, happy tone, by resonating sounds that make our nose tingle. So these are consonants like M, or and then I have my tongue behind my teeth. N, or ing, like sing, or even a Y sound. Yeah, 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 that beginning part. We want to work on resonance so we can have control of our whole voice, and the fuller your resonance, the more developed your resonance, the nicer your tone will sound. So, what are some other important things to know about tone? We can use different tones if we connect our voice to the phrasing of the melody and the words. So phrasing is how the melody goes. Does the melody go from up to down, or does the melody go up, or does it go up and down and up and down and up and down? We can connect to that phrasing and exaggerate the resonance and use some more chest resonance on the low notes and more head resonance on the high notes to make everything really move. So, okay, so here's an example. Let's use Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish as an example. Okay, so we've got no fair. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared. I'm never falling from quite this high, falling into your ocean eyes. Those ocean phrase. When there's a big high note, no, I'm singing with a little more volume. And when there's a quiet low note, fair, I'm singing soft. And when there was a long note, I did something called a crescendo, which is when I slowly increase the volume as the note goes on, right? No fair. That was my crescendo, okay? So when we play with volume and tone and stuff like that, it's called dynamics. And that's what makes music interesting. Blech, interesting. If we just sang it straight, no fair. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared. It sounds fine, but it's not as interesting. And it's not as like emotional. So you think of the musical direction. When the phrase goes up, I go up. When the phrase goes down, I go down. What's another example? Okay, let's use Selfish by Madison Beer as another example, okay? So this time we're gonna try and think of our voice like paint, and we're gonna mix those different colors. So maybe our happy sound is very bright, right? So that's a sad song. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's a very sad song. So she sings it in a very like sad tone, right? She sings, I don't wanna break your thread and needle, try to fix you, but I can't. I refuse. She's singing very sad. If I sing this with a very bright tone and big head resonance and smiley face vowels, it sounds weird. I don't wanna break your thread and needle, try to fix you, but I can't. I refuse. Suddenly, it's a different song with a different emotion, a different feeling behind it. It's almost like she's laughing at the person she's talking about instead of feeling really sad about it, right? So maybe like a sad song has really a really quiet breathy tone. No fair. And a really happy tone is fuller and brighter. Kind of like that. So let's do some exercises to work on controlling our tone and resonance. Here's the first exercise. We're going to really work on those and sounds to really feel the buzz. The more you can feel that buzz, the more you can control it. Okay, here's a silly phrase we're going to learn together. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. I don't know why mommy did that, but that's the phrase. We're going to sing it just like this. I want you to really feel that buzzing. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Why don't you try it by yourself? Now, remember, if you need to stop at any point and listen, really listen actively like we learned last week, go ahead and do that. Let's go up. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Try by yourself. Okay, let's sing these next ones together, all right? Ready? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. 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 Mama. Keeping that resonance. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. me, mash my M&Ms. Two more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Last one. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. All right, so we've warmed up some of that head voice and a little bit of your mixed voice too. Now, let's work on connecting to the phrase and blending our voice and working on that resonance by doing an exercise where we sing a line. So the words we're going to sing is, I love to sing. Pretty simple. We'll start pretty low. And this is what it sounds like. I love to sing. I want you to really feel the sing. I've got the tip of my tongue behind my bottom teeth on that. The back of my tongue is really lifted. It's for a level 2 or 3 class, but how you use your tongue can affect your tone too. One more time. This is how it goes. I love to sing. Let's do these together. Ready? I love to sing. I love to sing. How's your breathing? Are you breathing nice and deep? I love to sing. 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 One more. I love to sing. So you can practice that exercise going really quiet. I love, it's really big, or I love to sing. Trying your own thing, you can fool around with it. Last exercise. We're going to practice warming up our chest voice by singing some long tones. We're going to sing on the same note. Ma, me, mi, mo, moo. I want you to feel this the whole time. Let's try this together. Ma, me, mi, mo, moo. Ma, me, mi, mo, moo. Those are two more. Ma, me, mi, mo, moo. Ma, me, mi, mo, moo. So today we learned about tone and resonance and the different registers of your voice and how to match your tone to emotions and to words and to phrases. And next week, we're going to put everything we've learned from the last 2 weeks together, and we are going to do a super rock star warm-up. I hope you had a great time. I had a great time teaching you, and I will see you next week.